Glad to meet you all with this video. We are with the creative writing narrative. For the lesson, Oliver asks for more, taken from Unit 2, Part A of the 8th class textbook SSC Board, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. On to the pattern to follow. Give the information about the incident from a third-person point of view. Maintain the sequence. Sequence means order of the event. Express what you feel about the event in between the narration here and there. The complete event should be narrated from beginning to the conclusion. On to the question here. Narrate the story of Oliver in your own words in not less than 200 words. So we need to narrate the entire story of Oliver, that is whatever is mentioned in Oliver Asks for More. On to the narrative. Oliver was an orphan left to the care of an orphanage. He was brought up by the parish. As he grew up, he was sent to a workhouse to be educated and to learn a useful trade. On his first day to the workhouse, he was interviewed by the members of the board who inquired him his name. As Oliver was already tensed and nervous of seeing a live board, he couldn't answer the board. The beadle hit him for that. Later, the gentleman reminded him of his upbringing by the parish and, most important of all, insisted that he was an orphan. The term orphan was unfamiliar and new to him. When he got to know its meaning, he was deeply hurt. That is, when Oliver got to know what orphan really means, that is a person who has no parents, that is an orphan, he was very much hurt. A sudden surge of fear and suffocation hovered all over him from all the sides. So he felt very suffocated and afraid. He wept inconsolably till he was relieved of his pains. So in order to get rid of all these worries, all these burden in the heart, he cried so much. He cried so much that all this pain in the heart is gone out till he is relieved from the pain. Meanwhile, the members of the board observed that all the inmates of the workhouse were just enjoying the 3 times meal a day and were spending their lives happily. So at this moment when Oliver was crying and he was sobbing, that time these people, the members of the board, were discussing what all are happening in the workhouse and what could be done about it. They felt that all the children were enjoying the meals and having a nice time. So they decided to cut down the food to 1 bowl of thin gruel 3 times a day, so that they are left with no option but to starve gradually inside the workhouse or to starve quickly outside. So they came up with an option. The decision is that they should be given 1 bowl of gruel, each one time, that is 3 times a day, only thin gruel. This decision proved very unlucky to Oliver. That means till now good food, nicely 3 times meal, lunch, breakfast, snacks and all were given. But as soon as Oliver entered, everything changed upside down. Then he had to pick oakum every day with just half his belly filled up. So boys have good appetite and they could digest food quickly, and this thin gruel was just not to a corner of their belly, and he had to starve. Half stomach filled up, he had to work. It was very unfortunate. As soon as the gruel was served, the boys ate it voraciously, licked every bit of it, anxiously stared at the big bowl, just wishing that they got some more food. It so happened that there was a huge boy who was unable to bear the hunger. He threatened the boys that he would eat away any one of them if they didn't get him an extra bowl of gruel. So lots were cast. Lots were cast means the chits. The names of all the boys were written and the chits were put. And the first chit that was picked up, whoever name comes, that person should go and ask for the extra food. So they put the chits. So lots were cast to see who was to ask for the extra gruel. Oliver's name was picked up. So first unlucky boy was Oliver. The next day when the food was served, after Oliver finished eating his food, he gathered all his courage and asked for an extra bowl of gruel to offer to that boy. The master was alarmed to see Oliver breaking the rules that each boy should be given just one bowl of gruel. So the rule was that only one bowl should be given, and now Oliver is asking for an extra bowl of gruel. He was very shocked, angry, annoyed on Oliver for breaking the rules. He was afraid that if he doesn't react immediately, even the other boys would get the guts to ask for more. They would lose the fear on them. So this incident made this person alert. He became afraid. He was getting to the senses that if he allows Oliver to do, or if he gives the extra food to Oliver, everyone would start asking for the extra food and they won't fear these authorities anymore. So he informed the members of the board, who in turn called for Mr. Bumble and asked him to get rid of Oliver as soon as possible. So he immediately told to the board members and they called Mr. Bumble and immediate action was taken. Oliver was confined. He was led for a confinement. That means he was separated from the others. A reward of £5 was announced for the one who was willing to take Oliver off the hands of the parish. That is, an announcement was written wherein anyone who wants to take Oliver will be given a reward of £5, so that they can take Oliver as an apprentice as well as £5. So this is the narrative of the story Oliver Asked for More. Hope this session was useful to you. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment in the comment box. Thank you.